everyone, it's Ray Anderson here, and I'm a cerebral palsy athlete on the Australian athletics team. In this video, we're going to go through a 20-minute intermediate exercise program that you can do along with me at home. I'm going to get ready now, so I hand over to Rachel from Helsinki, who is going to guide us through it.
Welcome to our intermediate program. This will go for approximately 20 minutes with our elite athlete, Ray Anderson. Just like our beginner program, the only equipment you are going to need is a sturdy chair, and ensure the space around you is clear of any objects. You can place this chair up against a wall, in front of a table, or some rails for extra stability and support. My voice is going to guide you through each movement of the exercise, and I'll give you some tips and tricks to help you use the right muscles at their optimal capacity. It is recommended that you have completed our beginner program before commencing the intermediate one. You'll be able to learn more about the movements of the exercises and how to perform them correctly. Before commencing an exercise program, seek advice from your general practitioner or healthcare professional. If you start to feel discomfort or pain when performing an exercise, try to reduce the intensity or cease the exercise. These videos do not aim to replace any advice you have received from a healthcare or exercise professional. Chair squats. Our first exercise is going to mimic the movement that we do day in, day out. So sit on the front half of your chair seat. Your knees should be bent at a 90-degree angle and feet flat on the floor. We're going to engage our abdominal muscles and start to lean forward slightly at our hips. If you require some stability when standing from a chair, you can gently place your hands on the bench, rail, frame, or armrest of the chair to assist you to stand up. Press through your heels to raise your body to a standing position, squeezing your bottom cheeks together when standing up. We're going to reverse the movement by sticking your bottom out towards the chair, bending your knees, and slowly lowering down until you tap your bottom on the end of the chair. Pause for a moment, then we're going to perform this exercise for a total of 10 times. Let's go. Remember to try and keep your back nice and straight as you're standing up and slowly coming back down again. Great work. Let's have 30 seconds of rest. We're going to perform the chair squat exercise another 10 times. Let's go. Remember, you want to try and keep your chin up and facing forward throughout the entire movement. Keep your back nice and straight by engaging those core muscles as you're standing up and slowly sitting back down again. Great work. Let's keep working those muscles of the hips. Stay standing behind the chair, frame, or bench with feet hip width apart and your knees slightly bent, lightly gripping the back of the chair. Slowly take one leg backwards, tightening your buttocks muscles as you do this. Try not to lean forward as you do this movement, and control the movement as you bring your leg back to the starting position. Remember, it doesn't matter how high your leg can go. just as long as you're squeezing and tightening the buttocks muscle as you take your leg back out and in again. Let's perform this 10 times on our right side, then we'll switch over to our left. Remember, keep your core muscles tight and don't let your back arch each time you take your leg out and then back in again. Great, let's switch over to our left side. Keep your back nice and straight and engage those core muscles with every movement of this exercise. Excellent work. Let's have 30 seconds of rest. We're then going to perform this 10 times on our right side, then switch over to our left side. Let's go. Try and control the movement as you bring your leg back towards the starting position, squeezing that buttock muscle as you go out and then back in again. Great work. Let's switch over to our left side. Okay. Try not to let your back arch as you're taking your leg out and then bringing it back in again. Excellent work. We're now going to get up and work the muscles of our hips. So we're going to stand behind our chair, frame, or bench with feet hip width apart and knees slightly bent. Lightly grip the chair back, frame, or bench. Flex your right foot and raise your right leg directly out to the side. Remember, it doesn't matter how high your leg can go, just focus on not moving your upper body. Keep your shoulders over your hips throughout the movement. Pause for a second once you've reached the highest point, then slowly lower your leg, tapping your heel to the floor. We're going to repeat this 10 times on our right side, then we'll switch over to perform this for another 10 times on our left. Let's go. Remember to keep your back nice and straight by engaging your core muscles. Great work. Let's head over to our left side. Try not to let your hips tilt downwards when lifting your leg out to the side. Great. Let's have 30 seconds of rest. We're then going to perform this 10 times on our right side, then switch over to our left side. Let's go. Try to remember to keep your back nice and straight by engaging your core muscles. Let's switch over to our left side. Don't let your hips tilt downwards when you're lifting your leg out to the side. Great work. Stay standing behind your chair, frame or bench with feet hip width apart and your knees slightly bent. Just lightly grip the back of the chair, frame or bench. We're going to keep our upper body still while we slowly lift your heels off the floor, contracting the calf muscle. This is the muscle at the back of the lower half of your leg. Pause for a moment, then lower your heels back to the floor. If you're unable to do both legs at the same time, just focus on one at a time. We're going to perform the calf raise exercise 10 times. Let's go. Try to remember, as you're rising up onto your tippy toes, squeeze the muscle at the back of your lower half of your leg. We're going to have 30 seconds of rest now. Let's perform the calf raise exercise another 10 times. Remember, if you can't do both legs at the same time, just focus on one at a time and come up as high as you possibly can. Great work. Here's a new exercise for the muscles of our lower body that can also help to try and improve balance. Stay standing behind the chair, but we're going to go side on. Grip the chair, frame or bench gently with your hand that is closest to it. Take one step forward with the leg that is closest to the chair, frame or bench. Slowly lower your body by bending your back knee towards the ground. Your front leg will also bend. You will have a 90-degree angle on your front and back leg, or as close as you can to this position. Let's hold here for a second, then push up from your back foot to return to the starting position. We're going to repeat this 10 times on our right side, then switch over to our left. Let's go. Remember to try and keep your back nice and straight throughout the movement. We're now going to switch over to our left side. So you'll need to rotate your entire body and place your hand back on the chair. Great work. Let's have 30 seconds of rest. We're now going to perform the lunge exercise another 10 times on our right and left side. Let's go. Remember, you're using your back leg to do all the work for this exercise. Try and get as close as you can to the 90-degree angle on your front and back leg. Great work. We're now going to perform the heel to toe exercise we practiced in the beginner program, but do it whilst we're walking. So stand up straight and ensure that there is a clear path in front of you. This can also be best done along a wall, such as a hallway, or even along a bench. Imagine that there is a straight line on the floor extending away from you, or place a straight line of tape along the floor. We're going to walk along this line of the floor as if you're walking a tightrope. Try to step each foot just in front of the toes of the other foot, maintaining your balance and keeping your feet stepping in the middle of the line. Perform up to 10 steps going forward, turn around and then perform another 10 steps. Great work. If you want to make this harder, you can perform this exercise going backwards. Just remember to be in arm's reach of the wall or the bench that you're performing this exercise along. Let's have 30 seconds of rest, and we're then going to perform another lap of this. 10 steps forward and then turning around and performing another 10 steps. Well done, you just completed the intermediate program. If you want to work a little harder, let's move on to our advanced program.